Good morning. It is another day of working in the shop, and today we are working on Deja Blue. And we've got this massive crew here. Look at all these fabricators.
What's up? Excited to get fabricating today. A lot of
ready.
Okay, we have a pretty rough little list that we drew right here. Master cylinder, hood vents, head pipe, oil change, front crossbar, winch plate. I don't know how much of that we're going to get to today, but we're going to get to some of it. Hopefully check them off the list. It's up to these guys to decide what they want to do.
Dibs on winch plate. Cross member.
Looks like you're helping those two.
Got it.
We're gonna weld some plates onto this cross member to toughen it up. So we gotta pull it out so we can get to all the spots. So I think what Matt wants is a plate welded on the top and another plate welded on the bottom to make it stronger so it can hold all those control arms. And then we're gonna add another plate in between this one and the other one so they'll all kind of pull together and be super, super strong.
All right, so we got this winch plate from Barnes. I've been out measuring the Bananas winch and seeing where it's at. Bumper's a little different, so we're talking about just putting it about half an inch up, getting it welded on there, and putting a winch on it. It's half 33.
30 or 16.5.
16 and a half. See if you're right. No, that is not right.
Never trust the cameraman.
What's half of 33? Okay, it's 16.5. Something's off. You're right, Jake.
So I got this plate all marked out. I'm gonna roll it outside, do my plasma cutting out there. We'll bring it back in here and weld it all up.
The good thing is Tom's leaving all the smoke from the plasma out there.
At least 4 new wildfires have started in Utah in the past 24 hours.
All right, so I got the bumper all marked out. I've got this marked out for center. Now I'm gonna set up a welder and we'll tack it on, see how it looks.
All right, so me and Colin got this all tacked in, so I'm just gonna weld it in.
Okay, plates are all cut out. I just gotta drill some holes so these things will all line up.
So we just got the winch plate on. Rhett just welded it up. Looks amazing, it ain't going nowhere.
You guys shake it, test.
Oh,
Gotta do the
we
shake
can-
test.
Here.
look at that, shaking the whole Jeep.
Yeah, it's moving.
That's solid, boys.
Oh, that's very hot.
Looks pretty good. Okay, let's bolt the winch to this.
All right, we got a Apex, a Badlands.
Just say winch.
We got a nice winch from Harbor Freight right here, and we're gonna throw it on this Jeep.
Brand new, never been out of the box.
Ooh, it came with stickers.
Another super Jake.
Okay, we drilled out all the holes, plasma cutted some holes in here so we can really bomb this thing on with a bunch of rosettes.
All right, got this side done. Time to flip it over.
Well, thank you. Ed just gifted me this. My first golf club.
Where you want to keep it? Keep it outside there where I had it.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Ed.
So I've got a bunch of goodies here for the winch. And now we just gotta put nuts and bolts together to hold it on, believe it or not. You think those use locking washers or do you think it's just these? Do you know?
So I know that we put square nuts.
So you do put these on?
I don't know, they're there.
All right, so now we're gonna put it on here. I shouldn't have said anything on that, but I did.
Oh man, we almost lined it up perfectly. First shot.
That looks really strong. I like that.
That is very strong.
All right, so I got this all done. Tom, you want to shake it?
Yeah, it's really hard to shake, but we'll give it a good.
Yeah, I think it's good.
It's gonna work. We're gonna have to let it cool off before we can stick it up in there.
Yeah.
So right now we're checking to see if it's centered, and I think it should have gone that way a little bit, but I
Really?
measured off the bumper. So the bumper is to the right a little bit, so is the winch.
I can't tell.
Look off of these two compared to the winch.
But the real thing is this really centered.
Yeah.
It's centered on the bumper.
No, I mean like the brain is
Oh.
centered on the winch.
I don't think it is.
I don't know. It probably looks like the banana though.
Winch plate's done. Front cross member, we got to bolt it in, but it's done. Oil change, still got to do. Head pipe, we don't have the parts right now. That's going to have to wait. Hood vents, we got to do. Master cylinder, we got to do. Okay. We still got some work to do.
We just got our shipment from Barnes here.
What are these for?
Those are for the links.
Whoa! Check those out.
It's going to go right in there. I think it's going to work perfect. Look at that. So this louver got chopped in half. We got to carefully splice it back together so no one would ever know it was two pieces. And then,
Are these Corvair parts?
yes, these were chopped out of the back of a Corvair, right?
Yeah, they're too valuable to. This was an exercise to try to get some louvers in the hood of the Morvair, which it didn't need and never got,
But the XJ does need them.
and's gonna get.
Hold it, weld it.
Yeah.
That's that.
Okay.
Okay.
Smells like campfire. That's good enough,
It's
man.
lovely.
I think Robbie's gonna be able to paint that quite nicely.
Oh yeah, that's coming together.
All right, we should probably, I guess we probably already did put anti-seize on everything, right?
Yeah, all those nuts, all the bolts.
This is all right, so these are the Barnes Enduro joints off from the wrecker, and these are a really strong, tough joint. They're not strong and tough enough for the wrecker. And Connor told us that they were not gonna work. We ran them for a couple weeks and it ruined them. So now we gotta rebuild them and put them back for the application they're made for, which Robbie's Jeep would be perfect. So you can pop them out like that. You're gonna get your fingers messy. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't want to try to reuse these.
Plastic pieces.
Yeah, they've definitely been reshaped. That's a pretty thick washer, and that's what the wrecker did. Just with
This is
torque.
what they're supposed to look like.
Yeah.
I guess it's full.
Apparently we don't know what we're doing with the grease. We're making a mess. We're trying to figure out if there's a trick for this. Because it won't go in. It just sprays out.
Yeah, there is a trick to it. And this is missing its piece.
Right here, they're just screws.
They're not screws.
Okay, pull the trigger. Okay.
Oh, I got.
Sorry.
Got.
Okay, have you ever seen anything like that, boys?
Well, now I have. All right.
Yeah.
Holy
Think
crap.
you guys can do this?
Well, now I can.
Help me. So the problem is you didn't have these popped in, and then you filled them full of grease, and now they're
Too full of grease.
too full of grease to seat. Well, that's got me worried on some of them that we've forced together, them together without the proper authorities. Let's get to the bottom of this, because something is askew.
So we're gonna make a plate that goes between the two cross members. That'll stiffen them up a whole bunch. These are gonna weld onto each one, and then I'll drill holes in them and bolt a plate in between. Oh, look at that.
Light.
Should have been using that all along. Quirks and features I didn't even know about.
All right, we have cracked the code. So there's so much grease in these that they are not going together. They're hydraulically stopping. And so what we're doing is we're taking the grease zerk out of them, and then this happens. And then these are just falling right into place just like they should.
The moral of the story is grease them after you assemble them.
All right, we have 16 enduro joints rebuilt and ready to install. It is a new day. We're still working on Deja Blue here.
So today we're gonna be putting hood vents on Deja Blue.
Just like the banana has.
Does it feel weird putting Sharpie on Robbie's Jeep?
It feels weird drawing on a vehicle.
Boom. One's done. So now that we have that traced out, if we cut that out, that will just fall through. So
You're not cutting that one out.
we're not cutting this one out. Sorry, I keep forgetting. What was the reasoning for not having this one again?
So this is a fake vent, but this is a real vent. And this is where the air conditioning gets its air from. And we found out the first time we did the banana, we cut both of them, and that really hurt the performance of the air conditioning, because this hot air is coming straight out and then straight into there, and then we're trying to cool it down to cool the cab.
So that's why this one's a fake. This was the real one over here. 4 3/8. So it needs to come out.
Stop. Right there.
Hey Robbie, I'm drawing on your Jeep.
I better get his name.
They mixed the word Corvette and Bel Air. The same way they got Chevette. They mixed the name Corvette with Chevrolet.
Yeah, but they had Corvette before they had Corvette.
No,
Oh, really?
Corvette 1954. I got all these parts from Barnes, and I'm just gonna kind of put them together, and then these guys are gonna put them together. Just make sure this is as maximum wide.
Okay.
Got it. There you go. Ta-da!
It looks good.
All right, we're back from lunch. I'm not sure we even let you know we went, but we did, and we're back, and we're working on this now. So we're putting some of the structure in to mount the brackets for the links for the rear axle, and we're excited about it. You're welding some of that XJ metal now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back here to work on the Jeep Gladiator, and we're going to be upgrading the wheels and tires.
This is the Jeep Gladiator that you could win at the off-road games. We're replacing these 33-inch tires with some Milestar 37-inch Patagonia MTO2s. That's what's on the rental, and they're awesome.
Not only that, we're going to be putting some bead locks, some Raceline bead locks on this. We had to keep the black theme. We'll show you those in a second. I want to thank Milestar and Raceline for sponsoring the wheels and tires for this Gladiator.
We're unloading the stock tires so that we can get the sensor switched out to the new rims, new wheels,
New wheels.
the new wheels. So it's a new day in the shop. We just went and picked up the wheels and tires from Hurricane Tire Pros. We are ready to get them put on the new bead locks.
And I'm working on Deja Blue.
So one thing with the bead locks, you have to make sure this bead sits inside this lip. Otherwise, your tire will be lopsided. That one just go out?
Looks good.
All right, so Rudy stopped by the shop, so we're gonna put him to work. We have 2 tires left on the giveaway Jeep to assemble, and then we're gonna put them on. Rudy's gonna help finish that.
Sure thing. Show us what you're working on here.
So We're mounting the upper link mounts. That sounds terrible.
No, sounds good.
All right, so me and Colin, we're working together on the upper link mounts, and we need to weld this in for extra strength.
All right.
I don't know what to say.
So Rhett built these plates to put, sorry. Okay. Rhett built these plates to put the link mounts on so it's strong.
All right, now to this other side.
These are a lot heavier than the stock ones.
I can't get on it straight.
We need different lug nuts.
They too short?
I don't think I'm on all the way.
No, they won't go in that hole.
It's lunchtime, so it's nice and quiet in here, and I can do a little work without all the noise. So I got this piece tacked in, and another one on this side. That's what the skid plate's gonna bolt to. I've got the skid plate all laid out right here. Now I just need to go over, drill it out on the drill press, and see if it fits. Holes are all drilled out. We're gonna test fit this thing, see if it works. Okay, we clamped it up in here. Now I just gotta see if all my holes line up. So far, I've got one in a row.
All right, so Rudy had to jet, but we got lucky.
We found the correct lug nuts at O'Reilly's, so we can finish putting the tires on today.
I can't wait to see what this looks like and how tall it is with these wheels and tires. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, now we're just gonna torque them, make sure they're nice and tight.
Okay, we want Matt to check this out, but first we're gonna take it to the car wash because it is filthy.
Just the outside, the inside's perfect.
We've created a problem for us short people though. You kind of have to hop in it.
Look at that filthy window and all that. We're gonna go run it through the car wash. This is the first time this has been through a car wash.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so we parked these side by side because we wanted to do a little comparison. My rental Jeep is stock.
Stock ride height, aftermarket ride height.
Look at that.
Yeah, that is looking good. You're not gonna want to give it away. So what size tires you go with?
37.
37? That looks so good. Love the wheels of stance. The whole thing looks awesome.
Want to lift on yours, Jamie?
You gonna do that to yours? Yeah.
Probably not a 3-inch lift, but I probably would
Like a
go
2-inch?
like a 2-inch
Just like
lift. If it would put me that high though.
So the next step on the Gladiator is going to be powered rock sliders from Rock Slide Engineering.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, awesome. Okay, don't forget somebody is driving this home from the off-road games. So make sure to get your tickets and show up. You can be entered in to win this, and you can just drive it home.
Must be present to win.
Good morning. It is another day of working in the shop, and we are working on Deja Blue, which is the official name of Dory now. What are you working on here?
Right now, working on a skid plate, trying to make it fit. Tom drilled all the holes, cut this out, so we're just doing finish work for that.
Yeah, so what's happened is it was cut so precisely that when we Colin put these welds in right here, now it's just barely too long. So he's just gonna grind some bevels in there, and then that should fit good. And then I think we're gonna be moving to the back fenders, like working in that area. So while he's finishing that, I'm gonna figure out what we're doing next. Gonna fit nice.
Perfect.
All right, we got these awesome shock towers or strut towers from Barnes 4-wheel drive right here. And this is what we're gonna be using for the rear. We're gonna have to modify them a little, but that's normal. That's what these are made for. These are builder parts for off-road rigs. This is what we've got in the back of the Banana, so this is what we're gonna put in the back of Deja Blue. Colin's gonna be cutting these up, and then we're gonna see if they fit.
Got these all cut up, ready to go in.
This one rocks back this way. This one rocks back this way. We got a lot of cleanup to do, but if we cut it out first, then we don't have to clean it, right?
Right.
The only thing different, the only thing changed.
You need to flatten this or cut that, or to get it go down another 1/4 inch.
Well, we've got to lay a plate across the top of this.
So it'll go up a little.
Yeah, it'll be just an 1/8 inch plate. It'll be angled out a little bit. All right, so Carter came by, he grabbed the seats, so he's gonna get those reupholstered in Deja Blue color. And Colin has been cutting these out. Let me show you where these go. So this fits on top of here. It's just a way that we add some more better attachments right there. So these are gonna all be welded in for strength. So the problem is the frame structure on this unibody is really thin. And if you just weld a suspension mount to it, it's gonna tear and rip off. So you have to spread the load out, and we're doing it with these plates. We're probably doing it wrong, but we are doing it. So this welding is actually really technical because it's the XJ has all kinds of coatings, rust inhibitors. They're more like welding inhibitors because they don't seem to stop the rust, but they do stop the welding. Get your welder out, and then I'll hold these in place, and we'll just start getting it. Oh, that's gonna be good. All right, Colin worked really hard, got all these plates and reinforcements welded in. We got these rear shock towers welded in place. I've been hitting them like that and they've been staying, so I think they're pretty strong.
They better stay if you hit them.
So everything we do is just getting us one step closer to our goal, and that is to make Deja Blue an exact copy of the banana. And I think we're still on the right track. We got a lot done, we've still got more to do. Thanks for watching. Oh, supposed to move the cup, Ed.